So, first of all, could you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, my name's Ian Livingstone. I'm the life president of Eidos.
So, Eidos has been around for quite a while, and it's one of its more successful title has been the Tomb Raider series, and Lara Croft has become an icon in the gaming world. So, what's next for the Tomb Raider series? I mean, it's been one of the longest running titles, and what is Eidos going to do for this series?
Well, we actually haven't announced what we're going to do in the future. All I can tell you is that Lara Croft has got an amazing amount of support around the world. She survived the test of time, rather like James Bond survived all these years in cinema. Lara Croft survived all this time in gaming, so she has a huge fan base, and we never want to disappoint. We're always trying to come out with original, fresh ideas, new environments, new ways of playing for Lara Croft. And we're going through an intense analysis at the moment at our studio, Crystal Dynamics, where the game has been created recently. And we're investigating a number of ways of making very innovative play, but I'm afraid we haven't announced those, and I'm not at liberty to say at this moment in time.
That's okay. So, aside from this particular series, what else is Eidos going to do in the coming years? I mean, what are your next games that the company would be coming out with?
Well, we're very pleased with our portfolio at the moment. We've just released Batman Arkham Asylum, which has been #1 in Europe and in the UK, and doing really well in the United States, of course. We're very pleased with that. We've just also released Mini Ninjas from Eidos Interactive, the makers of Hitman and Kane and Lynch. And Mini Ninjas addresses a younger audience, so it's I wouldn't say it's a cutesy game. It's an animation, but it's beautifully rich, and it's to do with all these mini ninjas who are rescuing animals from being taken over by these terrible samurai. So it's got a little bit of role playing in there. It's a very strong story and art and narrative and dialogue, and it's doing very well in the UK. We just launched a new Championship Manager 10. So, being a Manchester City fan, I look forward to trying to make them win the Premiership, which they've never done before, even though in real life this year they're doing pretty well. And in the future, we've got Just Cause 2 coming out in the new year.
Just Cause, yes.
I don't know if people remember Just Cause 1. It's an open environment. The Scorpion, we're back again, flying through the sky, jumping out of helicopters and planes, and trying to rescue an island that's been terrorized by some bad guys. But the beautiful thing about Just Cause 2 is the technology in this open world environment. I mean, this is a huge island where you can explore anywhere, total open world, and it's got this grappling device now, which is good for climbing, but also good for combat. So check out the grappling hook in Just Cause 2.
So, sir, a lot of pundits are saying that the gaming business continues to grow despite the economic crisis. Did the company, did Eidos feel this crunch in their business, and how did the company weather this kind of storm?
There is a recession, of course, and it has had an effect on all companies, including the games industry. What you have seen is that there's been a sort of polarization, that the consumers are buying more games but of the same title. So unless you're in the top 10, you're probably going to be struggling, because there's quite a big drop-off after you've been in the top 10, so that sort of 10 to 20 and beyond the top 20. Probably those games are not recouping. But the overall market continues to grow. I think software sales alone are $50 billion a year, and by 2015 they're expected to be $90 billion a year. That's an extraordinary growth pattern going through the future. But there's more and more money being invested in games. Games are played by 70% of the population, and it's a very diverse activity now. It's not just video games, it's games played on portals, MMOs, games played within social networks, games played on iPhones. There's something for everybody in gaming. So the future is absolutely fantastic for games.
Talking about new platforms, because before there was just the PC and then there was just the consoles. Now you have the iPhone, which was supposed to be just a phone, and now it's a gaming device. Is Eidos looking at the other platforms as well for perhaps to it's interested in investing in these businesses as well, in the new platforms like also Facebook, which is also becoming a very popular market.
The thing about Eidos is that we're a content creating company, and so we're kind of platform agnostic. We can put our content across all platforms if it makes economic sense. So of course we investigate all platforms, but some might not be economically viable. But we are looking at as many platforms as possible to engage with our customers and give them our content.
But in your own perhaps forecast, what platform do you think would remain to be the stronger points for the industry and also for Eidos?
Well, historically, games from the Western world have been retail-based products played for graphic intense consoles like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. Now, if you look at what's going on in the East in particular, everything is online. MMOs, and multiplayer games, and clearly that's a market that we haven't explored enough, and so we're investigating these new markets as they continually grow, because they seem to have, for us as content creators, a great untapped market.
And it's speaking of that, I mean, Electronic Arts has also gone into online games just to address this new market in the Asian region. Are you saying that Eidos is also looking at the online game business also just to tap this market?
It would be foolish for us not to look at the online markets, and whilst we have not made any announcements, I can assure you we are investigating all possibilities.
Alright, thank you so much, sir, and hope to see you again next year in GCA.
Thank you very much.